So I've got a Sennheiser EW300 G3 handheld wireless transmitter. It's a wireless microphone. And we were having a problem with the mute button, where we didn't think the mute button was working right. And so after playing with the mute button for a little bit, the mute button actually wrapped off, and you can see part of the gasket that used to go all the way around. The rubber gasket used to go around that rubber button, and you can see that it tore off. Now what's kind of interesting about this mic is that you can see the mute button inside of the little window there. That's where the rubber button used to push on the mute button. Now when you open the battery compartment, you can see that the entire insides of the microphone rotates in the capsule, and you can rotate that mic button, the mute button, not the mic button, the mute button, in and out of the window. So if your battery compartment isn't completely snug, or if it's loose, the mute will actually be outside the window. And even if you mash on the button, no mute button function, the mute button won't function because it's not hitting the button that's rotated out of the window. So you can see that I've rotated it back into the window, and it's possible that you can even over-rotate it a little bit, but they sort of planned on it stopping, so it stops about 75% of the way across the middle of the window. If it's snug, it's pretty much in the middle, and that's where you'd like to have it, just to be snug. What was kind of interesting about this whole thing is that I was hoping that I could open it up and replace the button myself. So I took the capsule off to see what I could see inside. So here, I'm going to pull off the capsule. So there's the capsule. That's nice. Screws off, you can put other capsules on. Anyway, if you look down inside the mic, and now if you loosen the battery compartment, the entire insides of the mic spins. Now, so your mute button's going in and out of that little cutout. But what holds the rubber button in place is this brass ring. And that brass ring looks like it's glued in there. I don't know if it's hot glue or rubber cement or something. But they've got like 3 glue points, and then that brass ring holds the button inside of the capsule. And so I was hoping I could get a replacement button, but I can't really get that brass ring out, and I don't want to deform it because it's nice and round. So I imagine they have a special tool that actually takes out the brass ring, and so you can replace the rubber button there that's the mute function. So anyway, it looks like it'll probably end up going back to the factory. You can see that mute button rotating again in and out of the window. Kind of a pain in the neck that they designed it that way, but that's what they did. Next stop, customer service.